Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Canes' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. Looking to move it through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Still running at the 40. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Going with the ground game left. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line is set on third down. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are. And they work with their quarterback and they find them and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Aggies! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An 84-yard drive there. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff unit about to go to work. On the move from inside his own 20. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for it all. He's got it down the left. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Caves. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back, he sees his guy, and he knows he's open, but watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 40. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. Give to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On the move is the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And the Aggies are on the move. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
The Aggies trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Troy overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Trojans tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome. And certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. Crosses the 35. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Throws to the back. Got his man in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
At the 35, he's open. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And the Canes with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Oh, and this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow him when he's that wide open. That's a huge missed opportunity.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. From the shotgun, the inside give. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. At the 45 on his way. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. Pulls it in inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Trying to pick up 7 here on second down from the 20. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the outside. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Second down coming up. Give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he intercepts it. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Second and 10 after the previous play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. That incompletion leads to second down and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You can flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at...
And the pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. On second down, just keeps firing. Got it set up on the outside. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Working on the right. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He's back to throw on second down. Got his man quickly. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Working the middle, it's complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him, he's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49, it's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll go with a direct snap. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Quick completion on the out route. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, Let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
He'll do it himself. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Coming after it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Indiana is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Hoosiers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know.
Makes the catch on the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quickly to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Calls his own number. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. This time it's complete. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. From the gun, running back on the move. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. Tackle is made after the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Texas A&M going quickly. On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies! And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Looking to throw on 3rd. They're working that left side. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. On the ready.
Texas A&M 35, Miami 10.
New set of downs after that completion. They keep attacking through the air. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throwing right. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. Tackled after picking up the 1st down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Got his man! And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them. They're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They want that clock to run. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll try to do it himself. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
Get set.
He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10.
Spider.
He leaves it with the back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
And the Hurricanes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun. Snags it. Push down for the tackle.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Syracuse had an impressive showing at home, and I know the fans inside the Dome are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Using his legs to buy some time. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! And the route is on. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his...
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
This offense has a 2nd down play. The quarterback takes a knee. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. Lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.